Well, let's see here. We're going to working on a disc brake swap on my wife's 521. I've got the very original disc brakes with the D21 hardware and stuff like that. Not D21, Dodge D50. Anyway, I'm putting 720 hardware on. So what I need to do is I need to take these races out because I want to put new bearings in and stuff like that. And I'm not getting a very good camera angle here. So let me. I'm trying to get it so that it's right down inside there, so you can see it well. So for people who've done bearings before, stuff like that, no big deal. For those who've never done it, never looked inside a hub, anything like that, so you see this right down in here, that there's a notch, okay? There's another one on the other side. So in order to get the bearing race out, and what we're looking at is this is the race right here, this beveled part. That's where the bearing sits down inside, okay? I thought I had one handy here in the other hub. So there's the inner bearing, okay? What we're looking to do is take the race out for the outer bearing, okay? So that's in the snout down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into that notch there with a drift. You can use a brass or a steel. I'm not trying to save these bearing races. I'm putting brand new ones in, so I don't care about taking these out with steel. If you're trying to reuse them, you may want to take them out with a brass drift, or at least be a bit more gentle with them. I'm not using a very big hammer either. You really don't need to. So we're just going to keep alternating back and forth, and I can already feel that it's going down. You might even be able to see in the camera there. I'll have to review this. I can't see the camera from where it's at. So and I've got it up on the wood blocks, which is fine for right now. And just back and forth and just walk it right out. Alright, hear that? Went right out. There it is. Okay? And the race is hardened, so it's not like we're really doing any damage to it. It's just if you're going to reuse it, you just want to make sure you don't do any damage to it. So, I want to do the same thing with the other. The biggest difference is that when the race gets down to the point where it's flush with this, you're not going to be able to hammer it out. So here, the snout, I actually had room underneath here with the way the boards are. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to turn the boards up on their edge and do it this way. And since it's not quite as stable, I'm going to do it side to side instead of front to back, because if I try to do it front to back, I'm going to get a lot of rocking on the board there. So, ooh, battery's about dead. Okay, so let's see if I can just whip this out. Same thing, there's still two notches. They look almost identical on the other side. And I suppose, I don't know of any particular tools to put into the press or anything like that, you know. I mean, from this side you could probably have one smaller one that went down in there and just pushed in those slots, but it'd have to be a specialized tool, you know. Some of those slots are different widths and that stuff. Got it out there. The only way I know to do that is to hammer them out. Putting them back in, they can be pressed back in. There's pros and cons to pressing them back in. But anyway, you can see, I think, maybe. See, there's the notches in there. That's what I was hammering through. You can see the other ones there. That's pretty much it for taking the bearing races out. I'm going to review this video, and I've got one more hub to do, so I'll shoot it again if I have to.